she's managed to do that.
She's at the back of the field for the moment, but will she actually be able to work her way back into the top 10? There she is right at the tail. She's got to move past these drivers on the back straight.
She's doing so
Yeah,
now.
no, she'll have time. She'll have time to do that. There's not going to be an issue with that. You're going to see her pop into shot about now, and then she'll work her way back to the left of your picture. There she is. She's slotting her way back into her original grid position, which she's perfectly allowed to do, and she's done it before the red line, so she's okay.
Completely legal.
Yep.
No troubles there at all. Here we go then into now past that red line, and now there is no overtaking allowed. So we get our fingers crossed. We hope for the best, and we see what happens in this one. It's OK Junior. It's qualifying heat B and F. Out of the final corner they go, and into the tram lines. The revs raise, the lights go green, and we're away and racing in towards turn one. Great start from Kaczynski. Holds on to the lead. A bit of buffeting as they go into the braking zone.
Spin!
And spin off in the background. Several cuts off.
Oh, no, that's gone terribly wrong.
It's mayhem.
It's Lindblom.
There's loads off. There's about 5 or 6 carts, 7, 8.
Lindblom and Orjuela have gone. Several others too. It's absolute pandemonium. Orjuela's gone. Lindblom, Aksoy. I think Luna Flush has recovered. So has Mero Peldes, Shilkunyas, Thunthalen, Wojciech Woda, and Matt Corby. And we go straight to yellow flags.
Yeah, the full course yellows come out essentially. If you're new to karting, this is essentially a safety car period.
Oh, look at the front tyres there of Alpine Soy. They are shredded.
Yeah. That is a disaster for so many of those drivers. Those karts will not be in good shape.
Well, Aksoy has not been able to get going again. I tell you who has. That is Marcus Shilkunyas. He has managed to get the kart moving. But look at that. You've got Orjuela, Lindblom, Aksoy, Thuntharen, Woda, and Corby have all gone. And we are now under full course yellows. So essentially, Elliot Kaczynski, the race leader, now effectively becomes the pace car.
Yes, yeah, exactly that.
Oh, and we got another.
Oh, that's a VDK.
Or is that Matt Corby trying to get going again? It is, yeah. Matt Corby tried to get going again. It's not going to work for him either, I'm afraid. So we now have just 21 of the drivers from the 29, from the 27 that started.
That is, yeah, not the best start going in towards turn one. But that, again, that can happen in these sort of races. It's so close, and they go 3, 4 wide through turn one. It's a very wide corner, but then it does it does close in as they exit through turn two, and it is a common sight that you see.
Well, let's see if we can have another look at that. I'm sure that we'll be able to go back and pick up on what happened, because essentially you've got the drivers who are on the inside line squeezing the drivers on the outside line within the top 4 rows. So that was right in the heart of the top 10. And the big names that got taken off there were Orjuela and Lindblom. Let's have a look. Now, to the right of your screen, you can see Orjuela behind Bondarev. Lindblom is with him. And look, there's a little nudge, and wait, bang, there it goes. Just the littlest tap on the back of Orjuela, and it just causes a massive train reaction. Nobody can get out of it.
Yeah, and then there was more action that happened on the infield there as well. This was the rest of it.
Oh, look at it.
And you just see the Constantine, that's just the Constantina effect, that is.
You've got Woda and Thuntharen have locked front fairings, and that's what's pitched them around, and that's in the middle. Look, Wojciech Woda, his hands in the air. What are you playing at? He did nothing wrong. You've got 4 or 5 karts in the same bit of racetrack. The chain reaction is almost inevitable.
Yeah, it's such a shame when you see that happen. It's never a good way to start the race, but nevertheless, it's happened. The yellow flags are out, and the recovery job will happen. The track looking a little bit clear. The marshals have done an absolutely fabulous job of clearing that, and I can imagine the meeting that's being had at Marshall Post 2 at turn 1, because there is a large contingency of drivers accumulated there.
Well, they'll have to say the marshals here in Valencia are exceptionally quick at their job. They do know what they're doing, and we've been coming here as RGMMC. We've been coming here for several different types of event, not just for the FIA European Championships. So amazing work from the marshals. Now, good decision, I think, from Pasquale Lupoli. There was just the slightest hesitation as to whether we were ready to go racing on that lap. So don't wait to decide. Make the decision after the fact and, you know, give them one more time around. Obviously, you want to go racing as soon as possible. But when you're trying to look after all these young men and women, you've got to be on the side of caution. And it's a very sensible decision to just give it a little bit of extra time. Now, who's that going through the pits? That's Kimi Tani. So Kimi Tani has come into the pits and gone back out again. Luca Horton appears to have retired by bringing it into the pits. But Kimi Tani has actually gone through pit lane. I wonder if they've made an adjustment to his car, which they're allowed to do as long as it's in the repair zone in the pit lane. But yeah, you don't see that too often. Kimi Tani dropping to the back.
Yeah, you don't. Well, I can see that the green flags are being made at the ready. The drivers are making their way down the back straight, and I suspect a restart is imminent. And as you can imagine, the temperatures are going to be key now to make sure that they are maintained. Single file start this time around on the restart, no side-by-side. And Elliot Kaczynski will lead the field then through the final chicane. He pounces early, green flag goes out, race restarted, and look at that from Kaczynski, a textbook restart there.
Very hard to nail that in junior, but he's managed to make good use of it through the chicane. And now Alexander Bondarev is trying to chase after Salim Hanna as they duel over second place. Dries van Langendonk now in front of Noah Montero. Montero really benefited from all of that. Then Rocker, Lennon, Lewis Francis, the Australian, is in 8th place, having made up 17 positions, just getting out of everybody's way. Nikishov made up 15, very impressive. Klara Kowalczyk, the wild card, she made up a good 12, as there's the move on the inside from Van Langendonk. He gets through on Bondarev. So Bondarev is there in 3rd position behind Hanna, but Dries van Langendonk tried to get through. It didn't work. And now Noah Montero trying to size up the opportunity. Elliot Kaczynski is loving this up front. He's disappearing.
Very much so. It's been 2 wins. Well, it's been 1 win and a second. This would be a second win going into this one. If he can maintain it, it'll have 144 points, but it's all down to what happens back here because, like you say, Salim Hanna, who's there in 2nd place, has managed to, I think, find some pace here, has just broken away from Bondarev there in P3, so keep a very close eye on it. Kibitani, though, fastest lap of the race, came into the pit lane, instantly fastest lap of the race. I suspect just the clear track in front.
This is now the 3rd race of the weekend for every driver in the action. I tell you, one of the big names from this battle that has really not had any help at all from that incident, Luna Flusha, who is battling in the top 10 overall and is currently down to P16 as a result of having to get out of everybody's way. So Luna Flusha now out of the top 10 in what could have been a top 5 finish for her this time. So hopefully things are going to turn around a little bit for Luna Flusha. As up the inside, that's Noah Montero getting his bid. The Portuguese driver gets through on Dries van Langendonk. So Noah Montero, whose father Tiago is no doubt watching, making the move on the inside at the chicane and gets through, but there's a little bit of pressure from Lennon. And Murilo Doroca, the Brazilian, is trying to come through as well. Lewis Francis, though, this is an amazing opportunity, and he's going to take it with both sleeves rolled up.
Salim Hanna with that fastest lap of the race now as well. 56.161 is closing in on Elliot Kaczynski. The gap now 0.7 of a second. It's not closing in at a fast rate of knots, but it is closing. I reckon Kaczynski might have enough in this one. We're on lap 7 of 9. And I just think that Kaczynski might pinch this one to the flag. We'll have to see, though. Bondarev, though, all over the back of Salim Hanna, is following and is not dropping off the back. I reckon if we are going to see anything, we might see a move here from Bondarev if he's got enough momentum across that start-finish straight.
So there's Ethan Lennon really trying after Dries van Langendonk. The Energy Courses teammate is behind him, Morello Doroca. Then Francis, Oliver Kinmark, who's doing a great job for Koski. And then we have Nikita Nikishov in front of Monza, Burnett, Peldes, Kowalczyk and Flusha. The 3 ladies are together, Peldes, Kowalczyk and Flusha. Then Kraling, Miettinen, and then Sulkunias, Gender and Kimitani, who rejoined a little late, but has not got a massive amount of time to make up now thanks to the yellow flag period. So Noah Montero still just taking it nice and easy now in front of Dries van Langendonk. He's got a lot of time to make up, though, on Hanna and Bondarev. But Bondarev has got to be tactical here. Do you go for the move on Salim Hanna, his former teammate, or do you wait for it? As up the inside, there is a Ricky Flynn on the move. That's Jensen Burnett, the Canadian. He's made a massive leap forward compared to last year. And Jensen Burnett really looking for top 10s all the time now.
Yes, indeed. Keep an eye, because that looking very quick there as they go into the final chicane. Now, and the speed there, that camera angle there as they go into the final chicane, when they follows them through that, really shows the speed that they're carrying down that back straight. Probably one of the fastest sections of the circuit as they really wind up the power all the way through that fast sweeping right-hander as they enter onto the back straight. There's your race leader, though, Elliot Kaczynski in the lead, and the gap still 0.6 of a second.
Bondi's gone for it!
And look at that, nicely done for Bondarev, and he'll be happy with that one. We were expecting it at some point, didn't know where it was going to happen, instantly goes defensive, And Salim Hanat stays to the outside line here. You've got to be careful because you can get the switchback move through this chicane. Not able to get it done. He's got to be careful because Montero's there as well. He's going to want a piece of this.
Bondarev's teammate is getting into the wars as well. Noah Montero might just try something into the final chicane if he feels he's got a fast enough guard underneath him. Bondarev's going to have to go defensive. Salim Hanat trying his best. It's not going to happen. Kaczynski's going to get the win up front. Bondarev will get second. Hanat just surviving in third from Montero and Van Langendonk. But you really do get to see the drivers now who have got some firepower under their right foot. Kaczynski dominating in the end after the restart. Bondarev determined to get back into second place. Bring it on.
Yeah, Ward Racing will be happy with that one. Kaczynski then, after 9 laps, will take the race win. And like you say, a dominant performance so far this weekend. That's now 2 heat wins and a second. 144 points compared to Alexander Bondarev's 129 at the end of this one. A brilliant result for him. He'll be happy with that one as they make their way back into the pit lane. And again, this is the point that we see now.
Pole position and the victory. Alexander Bondarev in second from Salim Hanat and Noah Montero. Dries Van Langendonk in fifth from Ethan Lennon. And then it's all chaos behind. Murilo Roca, Lewis Francis in a brilliant eighth. Oliver Kinmark and Tiziano Monza. Then Jensen Burnett and Nikita Nikishov. The 3 ladies, Meryl Peldes, Luna Flusha. And then Arjen Kraling is actually now ahead of Clara Kowalczyk in the FIA European Championship to start off with. Here we go. This is the first big crunch point of the 2023 season, and you're going to see to the right of your picture behind Alexander Bondarev, Orjuela and Lindblom exiting stage left through turn 1. Ready, ready. There it is. Nudge. And it's just causing an absolute chaos moment as Aksoy drifts across the field, Romain Grosjean style, and there's nothing anybody can do. Watch it. There's Aksoy drifting across, pings off, pings into another. Voda is tangled in with Orjuela, and there's absolutely nothing that can be done.
That was Kimitani leaving the pit lane. Not sure what had happened to get that one done, but it worked out.
Good initial move from Hanna on Bondarev, but then Bondarev was absolutely determined to get it back. Good moves too from Montero on Dries Van Langendonk. But the absolute crucial maneuver, final lap, Bondarev's got one chance to make it count. Boom. No hesitations whatsoever.
Did have to go defensive, though, into the next corner just to make sure that position was held. Then Montero came through and nearly got the jump on Salim Hanat across the line. But Kaczynski will have taken the win from that one. 2 wins and a second. And the driver from Sweden will be very happy with that one as he goes through, and maximum points as the weekend progresses. The next race